Hello, everybody. I'm heading back downstairs. It's just about feeding time for their dinner time, anyways. I just got done snow blowing the driveway because we got hit with a few inches again. And we'll see how everybody is now that all the water has settled after the changes today. I gave everybody brine shrimp before I went out to the driveway. Let's see. These are the new ones. I didn't even write the date today. There was only like a small handful of eggs today. But look at the brine shrimp bellies on these little guys. They ate good. It just wants to focus on the bubbles. These breeders are still out and about. It looks like there's a couple in the bowl. Maybe if we stand still, they won't see us. No, make them too nervous. That's okay. This side, they already saw us and are hiding. Let's see, are these guys big enough to munch down on those brine shrimp? Yes, they are. Look at those bellies. They're doing so good. The oldest ones in there are, I don't know, 14 days old. And they're already eating brine shrimp, so by the time they're a month, like these guys, they are plenty big enough. Uh-oh, we got a struggler right here in front. You can do it. That'll be one of the culls. There we go. Settle through the bubbles. Yep, they all got big brine shrimp bellies. See, like the one right in the middle, he's pretty big. He's actually getting some color already. That's why I separate them at 2 weeks, because the basically, no, those are older. Trying to think of a good comparison, I guess. These guys, these little ones, trying to mix with these bigger ones. These bigger ones will actually just start nipping at their fins and their tails and everything, and until they actually either die or eat them. So I found out separating them at 2 weeks, like putting them in for 2 weeks and then starting a whole nother one for the next 2 weeks and on, seems to be the best method so far for me. These guys are still pissy. They're normally not too scared of me after water changes, but today they are for some reason. Unless it's because I was wiggling the water lettuce around trying to get the fungusy food that attached to it off. It might have startled them more than normal, I guess. But they're doing pretty good. And these guys, there were 6 in here when I started. And then I counted 21, but I can't remember if I included that 6 when I first started or not. So there's either 21 or 27 in here. Doing too many things at one time, and I got sidetracked and lost my place. But these are all of the December babies. As you can see, they're still enjoying brine shrimp. Their big fat pink bellies. So all the fry are doing very well. Breeders are doing all very well. And the new rack looks to be doing pretty well. It's not lighting it anywhere near as much as it does those ones, but I think it's a little closer, and it's a different style light. So not a different style, different brand, I'm sorry. Everybody seems to be doing good in here. I like that one. They don't seem to be gasping for air or hovering to the top without the filter, so I think we're going to be okay. This one I left the filter in just because I like how it moves the water, and for some reason it's bubbly, so I might actually have to do an actual water change on here. I still don't fertilize in this tank. The Anubias is still leaving. So, I don't know. Maybe there's too much going on even for these plants. There's quite a bit of bubbles. We'll change it out and see what happens. Not a lot of it. I don't want to disrupt everything. But with glasses cleaned, glass cleaned, glasses, all of the glass, everybody looks better. Tanks are topped off. These guys, as you can see, have the sponge filters gone. The reds all seem to be fine with it. They're not all hovering to the top for oxygen and stuff. Looks like a little baby right on the glass too. Right there. And another one up there. You probably can't see it. That's okay. The oranges are all doing very well still. Nobody gasping for air. So I think the last time I tried this, it was just the tank wasn't established, even though it's an older tank. But because there's no substrate and I do weekly water changes on it, it wasn't quite as seasoned as it should be to just go without. After watching LRB for so many years, that's where I learned how to breed my CPDs. I just altered it with the Dean method as well. And he still runs no pumps, no filters, none of that kind of stuff. So I'm finding that it is doable, absolutely, especially with those two. That one's just the light on it's crazy powerful, so it turns the water green, and I just don't want it to be green water. So I turn it off once in a while. But these guys should definitely be seasoned enough to where they shouldn't need it anymore, especially with all the plant life they have now with the moss and the lettuce. We shall see. If I start losing any of them, had a little bit stupid on my tongue there. Sorry about that. If I start losing any of them, I'll put them back in again. This side, I decided that's going to be my towel area hanging spot since the punching bag is now gone. Well, it's not gone. I just moved it over to where it's not here anymore. And this is how the new tanks are lining up. For some reason, the Java moss is floating in the two, or in the three with the lights. Oh, and that one too. But it's not lighting up the corner ones or the edge ones because it's very close to the tanks, and it's I'm guessing lower wattage, lower lumens. Those ones are a slightly bit higher, and it's lined up perfectly with all four. This one I did not, but it shouldn't make much of a difference. That one's going to get light from the window, and that one's going to get light from that tank, so we'll see what happens. They look pretty good, though. I cleaned the front of the glass, and that's it. I combined all the moss that came out of these tanks, plus the one that I ripped in half for the new fry bowl. I just kind of wiggled it all together and then split it into 5 and put it over here. These all have, I'd say, about 2.5 gallons of guppy tank water, and then the rest of it's just dechlorinated tap water. I did put a little bit of fertilizers in each one, though, with iron, potassium, and the Easy Green, just to get the moss all started, the algae all started, and all that kind of stuff. We'll see how they go. I don't know what the temperature is for them. Ooh, that's bright. We're about 64, 65. I didn't temperature match the tap water either when I filled them. I just filled them. I knew nothing was going in it today. I wanted to do the guppies, but I had to take care of the driveway and the walkways, and soon I will be going to get my little one. So we got the top all done, nice and dry now. Hopefully. This tank is doing fantastic. I still didn't clean the glass down there because I keep forgetting it's down there somehow, even though it's huge. And the snails are doing good. The company that I get my brine shrimp from, I see that they have calcium shells, and they sell them in good sized bags as well. I plan on getting an order of those because I see some of these are starting to develop a calcium issue, and we don't want that. I also would like to put them in the shrimp tanks, all 4. And I was wondering even if I would take one of the shells and like cut it into 4 equal quarter-size parts. Not quarter-size, but like, because the shells are about like that, I think, and then just split it into four. And I was wondering if I could put it in the fry tank, maybe to help them with calcium at a young age. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it and see what happens. But I just wanted to do an update on how this actually looked. Turn this on real quick so you can see, blind you guys. It'll look pretty good. Maybe we'll have to adjust the light, see what to do with those tanks on the top. But on the bottom, for right now, the plan is a 10-gallon, a 20 long, and a 10-gallon. So I should be able to fit 4 of these, though it might be a little tight, but I should be able to fit 4 of them in one 20-gallon long. So I'll be able to have the next set of fish that I want to breed in the 10-gallon tanks, and then I can have the fry all right there instead of separate like on those ones over there. That's pretty much it. Hoping these tanks take off pretty well soon. We'll start putting the guppies in them within the next week or so. And if not this week, definitely next water change day, which is next Sunday. So just wanted to give you guys another update now that it was all finished to this point. And until next time, thanks for stopping by.